Hello and welcome once again to the Thrifty Collector. Been real busy, been doing a lot of thrifting, a lot of reselling on eBay. Haven't got any letters out in like 2 weeks. So everything's kind of slowing down a wee bit here. I've made it a point that this weekend, Sunday, I want to get at least another 20, 25 letters out. But I did get three in this week. I think at least one might be from a private signing. Just to go over the private signings that I have out right now, I have George Foster, Eddie Murray, and I think at least one or two others that I can't even think about who they are. So let's go ahead and let's open these up. This one is from Philadelphia, PA. All right. These are the Bobby Shants that I sent. Um, Put it in. I know I didn't send that, so that's fine. Let's see. I believe that's his 58 or 59 right there. That's when he was with the Yankees. That's his, I believe it's 54. I'm getting bad at always remembering what these are. I believe that's his 54 Topps or Bowman, maybe Bowman. He did put 1952 AL MVP on there, which was kind of nice. So that would be a 54. And then also is 1962 Topps with the Houston Colts. So you have New York Yankees, Philadelphia Athletics, and the Houston Colts, who of course came the Houston Astros, and then Philadelphia moved to Oakland way back when. All right, this one is from Rochester, New York. All right, there is my George Foster rookie card auto. George Foster in 1977 was the National League MVP. He had some great years with the Big Red Machine, the Cincinnati Reds. And then the New York Mets signed him to a huge contract at the time. And he had two or three mediocre seasons. And then eventually they let him go. And I believe 1986 was his last year. He had started, I believe, with the Mets, but ended up with the Chicago White Sox for a game or two. So nothing too extravagant there. I did see a guy that had this guy, and I meant to research him. He had a Beckett slab of him, and I don't know if he had passed away at a real young age, but he had it at like, I want to say several $100s, which I thought was kind of weird. But yeah, George Foster just goes back to the guys that I grew up watching in the late 70s, early 80s, and I wanted to start getting some of their rookie cards signed. If you see, that's for 71, very clean card. So real happy to have that for my collection. George Foster is one of those guys in the very good Hall of Fame. He had some outstanding seasons. All right, and then the next one from Santa Clara, California. Let's see. This is Bruce Ellingson. If anybody ever knows about Bruce Ellingson, he was part of what was at the time later on the trade. He was with the Dodgers organization, and they actually traded him for a very young player at a Dominican Republic, who was Pedro Guerrero, and Pedro actually had about five really stellar seasons. And when Pedro was in his prime, they always used to joke about that this guy was traded for Pedro Guerrero, who in the late 80s, early 90s was just a fantastic player for the Dodgers. So this one kind of meant something to me because of the fact that that is considered one of the biggest lopsided trades in Major League Baseball history. So check it out, Bruce Ellingson. And But so we did pretty good. Like I said, I've slowed down a lot. Got my George Foster signing, my Bobby Shantz. Still going to start working more on the Whitey Herzog Rainbow and get all his cards. I'm doing pretty good on the Bobby Shantz. I only have a few more of his cards left to get signed. But and then of course Jake Gibbs. I'm about ready to send him another round of cards. And I've talked about Jake Gibbs before, why I like collecting his baseball cards. But thank you everybody for checking in. Have a great night, and remember, stay thrifty.